You can make a woman think about you constantly and non-stop after you've just met her, if you're in the friend zone with her, you've known her for a while, or if you're dating her and are in a sexual relationship with her. That's what I'll be talking about in this video. How to get her to be thinking about you all the time, wanting you all the time, and making everything so much easier for you because she wants to be with you. So the first example is after you've just met her. The way to get her to be thinking about you all the time after you've just met her is based on the private sexual connection that you and her experienced. If you just want a woman to want you, then just make her feel attracted. But if you want her to be thinking about you all the time, then make sure that you create a private sexual connection between you and her. The way to do that is via flirting. Now, some guys may never have done what I'm going to show you now and may have only ever seen another guy do it. But whatever the case, you will know that when a guy behaves in this way, he and the woman have a private sexual connection. It's obvious that there are sexual sparks between him and her, and it's obvious that both of them want something to happen. So the way to do it is that when you meet a woman, you make her feel attracted to you by displaying personality traits and behaviors that are naturally attractive to women, such as being confident, being manly in your behavior, being charming, using some humor, being a bit of a challenge, and so on. You don't have to do all of that. You can just display one trait and a woman will feel some attraction for you, but the more traits that you're able to display when you're interacting with a woman, the more she's going to feel attracted to you. So after you've made her feel attracted, then begin to behave as though you know she wants to have sex with you, right? And this comes across in your body language and the way that you react to her, your vibe. So rather than just talking in a neutral, friendly way, make sure that you're coming across in a way where you are creating that private sexual connection between you and her. It's a private understanding that both of you want to have sex with each other. Both of you know that. You're not actually saying the words, hey, you and I want to hook up. You and I want to have sex with each other. You're just communicating it via the discreet language of flirting. Using a flirtatious approach with a woman creates that private sexual connection between you and her. And if you've interacted with a woman, made her feel attracted, and then created that private sexual connection, and then walked away, maybe you got her phone number, or maybe you're going to see her again, so you don't need to get her phone number, she's going to be thinking about you all the time. The reason why is that pretty much every guy that she comes across in her life will interact with her in a neutral or friendly way, or the guy will be very nice towards her to hopefully suck up to her, or the guy will be very nervous around her, unsure of himself, or he'll be acting like, Mr. Cool, Mr. Aloof, Mr. Disinterested, talking to her like he doesn't really care, and so forth. It's extremely rare that a woman will interact with a guy in person. He will make her feel attracted by displaying attractive personality traits and behaviors, and he'll have the courage, the social intelligence, the emotional intelligence, and the balls to actually create that private sexual connection between him and her. For example, some guys will interact with a woman, feel attracted to her, and the guy will be confident, and he might even crack a few jokes, but he'll just talk to her in a neutral, friendly type of way, and he'll go away. In most cases, she'll then think, oh, that guy was kind of attractive, that guy was kind of cool, he was pretty confident, and that's about it. If you want her to be thinking about you all the time and thinking about you when she is alone in her bed and she's feeling a bit horny and she starts fantasizing, then make sure that you create that private sexual connection between you and her, or that private understanding that both you and her feel sexually attracted to each other, you want to have sex with each other, and the tension is there. The next example of how to get a woman to think about you non-stop is if you have known her for a while but she only sees you as a friend. A mistake that a lot of guys make that puts them in the friend zone with a woman is to behave as though they are happy to just be her friend. The woman gets that sense and accepts it. Okay, he just wants to be friends. There's no sexual connection between him and her. It's just a friendly interaction. It's a friendly relationship. If a guy is in that situation where he really likes a particular girl, a particular woman, and he wants her to be thinking about him, wanting him, and then hooking up with him, he needs to stop acting as though he is happy to just be her friend. He needs to start interacting with her in a way that creates feelings of sexual attraction. One of the ways that a guy can do that is by suddenly being more of a playful challenge. For example, he asks her what she did on the weekend, and she says that she went to the gym, ran some errands, and that's it. Usually he might say something like, "Oh, cool, how was the gym?" and just have a friendly, neutral conversation with her. Yet, if he wants to create a sexual spark, he can be a bit of a playful challenge in that moment. She said she just went to the gym, ran some errands, and that's it. And he then says, "Well, that sounds boring. You need to get out more, girl. Just going to the gym, running some errands. What kind of lifestyle is that? Get your party on, girl." Or, "Wow, that sounds exciting. What an amazing weekend." Or, "You went to the gym? No, you didn't. Where's your selfie in the gym? I need proof. Let's see that you've been working out. Otherwise, I'm assuming that you were just sitting on the couch, eating chips and watching Netflix." Essentially, he says something to create a spark between him and her where it's not just about getting along in a friendly way. He is challenging her in the moment in a playful way, right? He is putting her on the spot, and she's going to feel attracted to him in that moment, not only for being a challenge, but having the confidence to do it, making her feel girly in comparison to his masculinity in the moment, having the social intelligence to come up with something like that, and so on. Now, what's important to understand is that for a woman to get a guy to think about her all the time, she doesn't have to be playfully challenging in the moment, make him feel girly in comparison to her masculinity and so on, right? It's a different thing altogether. In most cases, all a woman has to do is look pretty, be nice, show some interest in a guy, and he's going to be interested in her, right? So she doesn't have to be teasing him, making him feel uncomfortable in the moment in a playful way, making him feel less dominant than her, and so on, right? It's a different thing. So understand that when you use some playfully challenging humor or playfully challenging behavior, it's something that makes women feel very attracted because you're displaying a number of personality traits that are naturally attractive to women. Just because a man doesn't necessarily want a woman to be talking to him in that way, it doesn't mean that a woman doesn't want a man to talk to her in that way. You have to understand that attraction works differently for men and women. So in the example of a guy being in the friend zone with a woman and he then suddenly is more of a playful challenge around her, she is suddenly going to start feeling attracted to him. She is then going to go away wondering why she's feeling so drawn to him all of a sudden, why she's thinking about him all the time, why she's imagining how sex would feel if they got together now, why she is suddenly drawn to that. The reason why she is suddenly drawn to that is he is now making her feel sparks of sexual attraction. He's not just trying to get along with her and be her friend. The third example of how to make a woman think about you non-stop is after a date. So at the date, you attract her, you connect with her, and you build up some sexual tension between you and her. Then let her be the one who is giving vibes about trying to get you to hopefully commit to her. One of the best ways to understand this is to think about how a woman behaves when you're on a date with her, when she gives you the sense that you're going to need to be the one who tries to get her to commit to you. How is she doing that? Is she saying it? Or is it coming across based on her behavior, her vibe, how she reacts to you, and so on? So the way to do it is on the inside, you need to be thinking that she needs to win you over. She's going to need to get you to commit to her. Yes, you are attracted to her, you're showing interest in her, and so on, but you're still giving her the sense that she's going to have to get you to commit to her, right? It's not going to be a case of you hoping that you're going to get to be her boyfriend. It's the other way around. She's going to get to be your girlfriend. Now, something important to point out here, though, is that you don't suddenly stop pursuing her after the date. You still need to interact with her and arrange another date. If you stop pursuing a woman after a date, many women will assume that you're not interested and won't pursue because they don't want to be rejected. However, if you've had sex with a woman and then don't pursue her after that, you will often find that she then begins to pursue you. So it's not a case of attracting a woman and then just walking away and thinking, yep, all done. Now she's going to do all the work. She's going to chase me. I just have to kick back and she's going to be texting, calling, begging me to catch up with her and so on, right? As a man, you still need to be the one who is moving things along. After you've had sex with a woman, most women will then happily be the one who is texting, calling, and trying to get something going on. But prior to sex, you still need to be the one who gets things moving along between you and her. Throughout that though, you need to give her the sense that it's going to be her who needs to win you over. If you think about a time where you've gone on a date with a girl, felt very attracted to her, and then gone away with that feeling, you will almost certainly have been thinking about her non-stop. You'll be thinking, how can I get her to really want me? What am I going to say when I call her? How can I get her to really like me on the next date? And so on. So as long as on the inside you are truly thinking and feeling that she is going to be the one who has to win you over and get you to commit to a relationship, then it's going to come out on the outside, right? It's going to come through in your body language, your behavior, the way that you react to her, your vibe, your conversation style, and so on. She will then be left feeling very attracted to you, thinking about you all the time, and trying to figure out how to get you to want her more, how to get you to want to be her boyfriend. By the way, if you've enjoyed what you've been learning in this video and you want to learn my best ever techniques for attracting women, connecting with women, and taking things to the next level with women, then I recommend that you read my ebook, The Flow, or listen to the audiobook version, The Flow on Audio. In addition to my best ever attraction techniques that I'll never be able to share on YouTube, The Flow also includes my tested, proven to work examples of what to say to start a conversation, keep a conversation going and keep it interesting, and connect with a woman in an attractive way. There are also examples of what to say to get her to kiss you, hug you, give you her phone number, leave her friends and sit one-on-one with you at a bar, party, nightclub, or social event, buy you a drink, go home with you on the first night or first date, have sex with you, laugh, smile, and enjoy talking to you when you first call her, go out on a date with you, and cook dinner for you. There are also examples of what to text a woman right after you get her phone number, what to text if she doesn't answer your phone call when you first try to call her, and what to text to arrange a second date. I don't recommend texting to arrange a first date. I recommend calling to arrange the first date. However, I do recommend texting her after you get her phone number. Everything you need to know to go from hello to sex is included in The Flow. As long as you use the Flow approach, you will never get stuck at any point with a woman ever again. You will always be able to easily get laid and get a girlfriend whenever you want. One final point that I want to make for you in this video, which is actually another way to get a woman to think about you non-stop, is to not try to be part of her world or hope to be part of her world. Instead, allow her to get the sense that she is going to get to be a part of your world. Make her hope to be accepted into your world. In most cases, when a guy meets a girl that he finds attractive, he gives her the sense that he's hoping to be accepted by her and be let in to her world. Yet, that isn't exciting for women. It essentially makes the woman feel like she's going to be doing the guy a favor by being his girlfriend or being a lover, and she doesn't want to feel that. You've got to flip the script with women. Allow women to love you, adore you, and cherish you as they become part of your life. You can literally make women feel that way based on how you approach interactions, dates, and relationships. And it's not some mind game that is a bad thing. It's literally the best gift that you can ever give to a woman. And it's the gift that keeps giving back to you as well, because she loves you, she adores you, and she only wants to be with you.